So what's going on, guys? It's Jim, it's speakboxing. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel before you click on to any of the videos. Also comment below in the comment section if you guys have any opinions of what I'm saying in any of the videos. Like always, it is appreciated if you guys could drop me a quick sub or two on my channel. So Eddie Hearn, the promoter of IBF and WBA heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, says he's very interested in trying to make this Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury fight. Like that's a goal of his, to make this Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury fight. He says it's the biggest fight in British boxing right now, Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury, and he wants to work with Tyson Fury and help him try and get his license back and just try and get Tyson Fury back in the mix to face Anthony Joshua. Now, obviously, to fight Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury is going to need a couple of tune-up fights because this is a guy who's been out the ring for so long. Like Tyson Fury can't just come back and fight Anthony Joshua. That's a really bad move. He'll need a couple of fights, 2 or 3 fights maybe, to try and regain some of the sharpness he had before he was inactive. But obviously, we still don't know what's happening with Tyson Fury. We don't know about his license and stuff like that. Apparently, though, I've been hearing, well, we've all been hearing that he's getting his license back. That the British Board of Boxing Control have told him to set a date so they can have a meeting to see if he can get his license back, if they're going to make a decision and stuff like that. And Hatman said in his video what was very interesting, that does he think that Eddie Hearn has some sway with the British Board of Boxing Control? Has Eddie Hearn had a word with him about this? Like, it's very interesting. As soon as Eddie Hearn starts talking about this, apparently Tyson Fury has now got a meeting with the British Board of Boxing Control, a hearing or something, you know what I mean? But like Tyson Fury, to me, he's just been stuck in limbo, hasn't he, for the last couple of years? Just been stuck in limbo, and he's the kind of character to me who needs something to motivate him. Like a lot of boxers just stay in the gym, you know what I mean, tick round all year round, and just stay fit and in shape and stuff like that. But Tyson Fury, to me, fantastic boxer in the ring, but when he's outside of the ring, he puts on so much weight. He likes to drink, he likes to eat and stuff like that. And even before he got suspended, he was like that, Tyson Fury. So the fact that he hasn't been able to fight, it's just got a lot worse. And obviously he's taking drugs and he's been drinking and he's put on about 60, 70 pounds, even more. So it'll be interesting to see if he can drop this weight and if he can ever get into a similar shape he was when he fought Vladimir Klitschko when he won the heavyweight titles. Because to fight Anthony Joshua, he'll need to be in that kind of shape. I'm telling you now. To be on his best against an Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury needs to be in that shape, or similar shape to that. He can't come into the ring 270 pounds, something like that, because he just won't have the same effect against somebody like an Anthony Joshua. So I think Tyson Fury, the way he was against Vladimir Klitschko, that's the best version of Tyson Fury, and I think that version will give Anthony Joshua a whole heap of problems. But like I said, he needs something to motivate him, Tyson Fury. He needs a license, like he needs a date to fight and stuff. Like if Tyson Fury has a date to fight, then he'll get in the gym and he'll train. Like that's the kind of person he is, but you know what I mean? But when he hasn't got a date and he doesn't know if he can box or not, then he's just going to sit on the settee, eat fucking pie and chips and drink fucking booze all day. That's what Tyson Fury's going to do. That's just the way he is. People are different to others. But like Eddie Hearn has been saying, this fight is the biggest fight in British boxing by a country mile. It is. Just name me a bigger fight than Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Like, you can't. There's not a bigger fight. And that will sell out Wembley Arena in minutes. I'm telling you now, if there was 150,000 seat stadium, it would sell it out in minutes. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a stadium big enough. But it is the biggest fight, and I just think, in terms of styles, Tyson Fury could give Anthony Joshua a lot of problems, because obviously he has fantastic lateral movement. Tyson Fury, tremendous boxer on the back foot, can stick to a game plan very well. Tyson Fury can frustrate guys. He's taller than Anthony Joshua, he's longer than Anthony Joshua and stuff like that. Whereas Anthony Joshua, though, is very, very strong. Anthony Joshua hits harder than Tyson Fury and stuff like that. But in terms of technical ability, Tyson Fury is a lot better. Like, we saw the way he schooled Vladimir Klitschko in there, and Anthony Joshua, when he fought Vladimir Klitschko, he wasn't outboxing Vladimir Klitschko at all. Yeah, he might have been out muscling him and dropping him and stuff like that, but when he got into an actual boxing match in there, Anthony Joshua wasn't really winning it, you know what I mean? Vladimir Klitschko was outboxing him. But obviously Anthony Joshua just imposed his size on Vladimir Klitschko and turned up the heat, and that's when he was starting to drop him and take him out and to control the fight. But before he turned up the heat and they were just boxing and stuff like that, Tyson Fury, Vladimir Klitschko was in control. He was outboxing Anthony Joshua, so yeah, very interesting. In terms of a boxing match, I just think Tyson Fury outboxes Anthony Joshua, but in a fight, it's totally different because Anthony Joshua was just so strong, hits so hard, and he's very dangerous. But obviously, if you take Anthony Joshua later in the fight, his stamina could be a problem, his gas tank could run low, whereas Tyson Fury has proved on several occasions he can go 12 rounds easily. He's done it with Derek Chisora, he's done it with Kevin Johnson, he's done it with Vladimir Klitschko, he's gone the distance many times, Tyson Fury, because he's not a massive puncher, and sometimes in fights he just dominates with his pure boxing ability. So yeah, this is a very interesting fight. It's one of them fights you just don't know what's going to happen until both guys get in the ring, but Tyson Fury, in my opinion, still has a long road to go down. He still needs to lose all the weight, get himself into shape, not only physically but mentally as well, because Tyson Fury apparently has been battling mental health issues, and it's very hard to say if Tyson Fury will ever regain the heavyweight titles, because to be honest, you've never seen fighters come from so many problems and then come back to dominate, you know what I mean? Usually when fighters have long layoffs and come back, then they're never really the same kind of fighter. Like Mike Tyson, for example, went to jail, came back out 4 years later, never the same fighter. Muhammad Ali, yeah, he did come back, but he wasn't the same, you know what I mean? He wasn't the same slick Cassius Clay, you know what I mean? Like when he came back, he had to kind of adapt and kind of be the wily veteran in there. Muhammad Ali, that's what won him fights, that's what won him the heavyweight title again, because he was the wily veteran against these younger, more inexperienced guys. But before that, he was a lot sharper and quicker on his feet, Ali shuffle, stuff like that. So yeah, very interesting to see if Tyson Fury comes back. And I'm saying if he does regain the same sharpness and stuff like that, then we've got a very special fighter on our hands. But it's very hard to say if he'll ever come back and be the same. But that fight is still the biggest fight in British boxing right now. But I think he needs a couple of fights, Tyson Fury. Apparently he's saying if he does get his license back, then he's interested in fighting Shannon Briggs. I think that's a good fight for him to come back to. Shannon Briggs, old as fuck now though, 44 years old. Is dangerous for about a round, but then afterwards, he hasn't really got much. Shannon Briggs, I know he does all this Let's Go Champ stuff, and he looks like he's in fantastic shape, but at the end of the day, Shannon Briggs has only got about a round or two in him. Even in his prime, Shannon Briggs didn't really have the best stamina. Like, he gas out in fights and stuff like that, and he has struggled with asthma for many, many years, Shannon Briggs, and that could be a factor. And at 44 years old and stuff like that, I just see Tyson Fury just absolutely dominating him. Even at a higher weight of about 260 pounds or something, I just see him dominating somebody like Shannon Briggs. But stranger things has happened in boxing. Shannon Briggs could come back, and Tyson Fury could come back and get knocked out by Shannon Briggs. So yeah, very interesting. But I think fights like that, a couple of tune-up fights, and yeah, Tyson Fury could be ready for Anthony Joshua. So yeah, comment below in the comment section. What do you guys think? Do you think Tyson Fury will ever be ready for Anthony Joshua? Will he ever get himself in the same kind of shape? Or do you think he's going to come back and dominate the heavyweight division and be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world again and stuff like that? Just comment below in the comment section. It's JM Speedboxing.